With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28. Yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
That 180. Mike 29. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 29 is Mike 29.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. But he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game? Obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield. Just came up incomplete.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
Okay, some people call it the shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass, but this worked really well. And it's hard to do in the NFL because of the big bodies that tend to clog up the middle of the field. But the execution was excellent there, able to get it done and get upfield for big yardage.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 34 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard
line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
72.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Here's Brady. Goodwin able to haul it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
He's done right here. He's down on the right. Down on the right. You got three down.
Shotgun now for Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. 36. Motion. 450.
To throw again. Brady. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Brady to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on fourth and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And he ran his team into some...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Saints take over first down.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You get a couple of them, a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9?
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, let's go. You. Hey, second.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Mike 50.
Throwing now is Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A 36-yard attempt.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Quarter. Hey, go, Mike 40, Mike. Hey, Delta.
Now Roethlisberger. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 42-yard line.
Start! Like 80! You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Like a turn!
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger over the middle here to Brown. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Brady now on first down. The left side throw complete to Adams. The end result, 21 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Let's go on. No, 66. Hey, hey.
On first down, Brady. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Tie your rock, tie your rock. Hey, you got 3 out. Hey, my 7. Check it, reload.
Again, it's Brady. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Tom Brady flashing the mobility, scrambling there for a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll run with Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Elliott. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. This will be a loss of 3. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Roethlisberger. And a throw there going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
At their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Saints 10, Ravens 3.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a 2nd time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Roethlisberger now 9 of 17 through the air. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He's got it at the 15. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play?
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Here's Elliott, and he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. but his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Here's Brady to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, 66.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now Brady.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. Knowing each.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's into the clear. 30, 20. And that. Charles is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said. The key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 56. Drop deep, 56.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. And that's Elliott, complete. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Packers pick it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Locke. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Locke. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Third and long, it's Locke. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck to the right side. It's Kelsey. 4 yards on the completion.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Luck. And it's complete to Kelsey. A 3rd down gain of 19.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Luck now to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Throwing on second and long. Luck, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Lott. And that is incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Antonio Brown.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he is finally out of bounds across midfield at the 40-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Goodwin. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by Jamal Adams.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, you got 3, 3 down. Watch the edge. Down right. Switch gears. 12. Hey, Alpha.
Now Luck. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Antonio Brown, 73 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
At their own 46-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Roethlisberger. Ertz has it left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Roethlisberger, and that will be incomplete. And the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go, no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Ben to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. Yeah,
Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here.
Connector. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. And let's pin him.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter. Can give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
15, Mike, 15. Let's go. Mike's 50.
Back to throw. Luck. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
15 yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Luck. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, Luck. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. The pickup there, 5 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Luck now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Luck. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Luck throwing again. Eluding the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Off of play action, Luck. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want to...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, That puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Ezekiel Elliott, 99 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy throwing it, and he finds his guy for 99 yards. I love what they just did.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing his line. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. He's at the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Antonio Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, it's Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 7.
Set! Clock 80! Watch the out! Watch the out!
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and it was due in large part once again to the play of big number 7, their quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
And as you and I both know, there can be some really good Big Ben days. There can be some Not quite as good Big Ben days, but they're always going to be exciting, aren't they? He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and delivers against a fierce rush. He can exit out at times. There's something special about that guy, and no game is out of reach when he's on the field.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two. There's a lot, 80. Hey, 15. Watch out.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Mahomes firing complete. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, Ridley.
Mahomes now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the same 10-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Left 30.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And an alley to run. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ezekiel Elliott, an even 90 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And oh, it's blocked. The Steelers get it. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, past the 20. Oh, some strong running, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1.
Yellow
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that'll bring him back within a point. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's got some space here. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, New Orleans. He returns the kickoff and even 90 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Points count the same no matter who scores them. But it feels like there's something extra when you get them the non-traditional way. From your special teams, an extra bounce for your squad.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes. Down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Yellow.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Don't be scared.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Are you okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And again, it's Mahomes. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Saints' 24-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. John Brown there to make the grab as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he connects with Ertz. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, is spotted at the 49. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
44. 59, check, 59. Hey, let's get that ball.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DeAndre Hopkins. 34 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Roethlisberger will throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. X over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running, because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that's complete. It's the Carr-to-Cooper connection. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike 45. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check Mike 45.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Yellow.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Room to run inside the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 16-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This will be taken very short.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Set! Left 5! Hey, pick your game up! Tight end, ring! Hey, alert! Hey, Sue! Let's go, let's block it!
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
On the carry, it's Bawden. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Yellow, there's your line.
Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.